Okay, we are now going to hear the presentation of group number 3, which is Miss Aquino and Miss Dionisio. So start by introducing who you are, and then after that, present your title, a brief introduction or background of your title, and then your SOP, and then proceed to the methodology. You have 5 minutes to present, and then the question and answer will be either during your presentation or usually after the presentation. Your time starts now.
Good morning. My name is Trisha Aquino. Um, my partner is Pauline and this is our research, the effectivity of learning action style as a learning and development program for teachers. So the background of our study, uh, learning action style is a Republic Act that the Department of Education issued, and it states that it implies that every teacher should be properly guided and equipped with the knowledge on teaching learning subjects by revisiting and reviewing some areas that are concerned in performing the responsibility of an effective teacher. So as you can see here, it's the school learning action cell as a quality learning circle for the teacher, as well as takes a big part of the life of the teacher as it promotes professional development with the end goal of improving the teacher's teaching skills and pupils' performance inside the class. Um, we, the researchers, noticed that the learner's poor performance in examinations are pointed to the teacher's lack of engagement in the classroom and the way that the teacher teach. And so the researchers made its research to find out if learning action style is effective for the development of the teachers who are attending class. So this is our SOP. This study aims to determine the implementation of school learning action style towards enhancing teachers' learning and development. Uh, Specifically, it seeks answer to the following question. What is the profile of teacher respondents in terms of sex, age, length, service? 2. What is the level of understanding of teacher respondents of learning action style? 3. To what extent is the conduct of learning action style is effective in the delivery of quality education as perceived by the teacher respondent? 4. Which learning and development delivery mode is perceived to be the most effective by the teacher respondent?
Okay. You can skip the conceptual framework and go to the research methodology.
Okay, for our research methodology and technology techniques uses, our study will use the quantitative method of research as it intends to collect and analyze numerical data and to understand the concept, opinion, and experiences of our teachers about school learning action cells. Population and sample. Our research will be administered to selected teachers from public elementary school in North District 3 or City School Division of Caloocan. The teacher respondents of the study will be chosen through random sampling, which will be based on the first 5 and the last 5 respondents of the 7 elementary schools in the district. Our research instrument, we, the researcher, will utilize the researcher-made instrument to collect data on the profile of the respondents, their understanding of the school learning action cell, the effectiveness of SALC, and the most preferred learning delivery method. The questionnaire, which is the main instrument in the study, will be developed by the researcher to find out how the teachers perceive school learning action style. And last, administration. Finally, the validated instrument shall be floated to the field to actually gather the desired data. This should be done by seeking permission
Continue.
from the school's division superintendent and the respective school heads for this purpose. In view of the pandemic that is currently being experienced by the world, we, the researcher, will use Google Form as a way for the respondent to have a convenient answering questionnaire. It is also the fastest way to pass the questionnaire to all the respondents. That's all, sir.
Okay. So, congratulations. And that was a very good presentation. Now, let's move on to the question and answer. Let's start with the topic or the issue at hand. What is the center of your research paper? This is about what? It's okay, you can do not take off the presentation because we might go back to the other slides. Okay, again, I repeat the first question. Your research, or based from the title of your research, what is the main issue that you are investigating? You're in mute, Miss Aquino.
Sorry.
Okay.
The main issue that we're investigating is how will teacher how will the learning action cell be the learning and development for the teacher?
Look at your title. The main goal is that you're trying to find out the effectivity of SLAC, right?
Yes.
Yes. So you simplify your answer. So the center of your research is about SLAC, right?
Yes.
Okay. What is SLAC? It's School Learning Action Cell, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Can you give me a brief background? What is SLAC? Is it a strategy in teaching?
No, sir. It's an activity. Saglit lang siya mo. Sagot ako dyan.
Okay.
Ayan. Learning action cell is an activity that school administration carry out to promote teachers' professional development. The end goal is to improve teachers' teaching skills and learners' performance inside the class.
Okay, this is more of it's like is it a faculty development program used to develop the teachers, but this is only for teachers when you say faculty development. What's the difference between SLAC? What is SLAC? Right? Based from your definition, I heard that this is not only for teachers but also for students. Is that correct?
Yes, sir. But we're going to focus on the teacher.
Okay.
Because the teacher will be our main focus, because the teacher will learn new strategies to improve his or her strategy on handling the classroom.
Okay, so you're trying to identify if this activity is effective or not, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay,
Yes, sir.
so based from that idea, who would benefit from your study? Who would be the beneficiary?
The greatest one will be or our our students there.
The students. And who
Yes.
else?
Uh, the next will be the teachers,
The teachers, obviously. The teachers. And then after that,
and
if they
then
are effective and they
the
develop, it would be the students. And then, are there any
and
other?
then the school.
The
Yes, the
school.
school administrators.
Okay.
They are provided feedback from the
Mm-hmm.
teacher of
Okay.
different needs for upskilling.
Okay, okay.
And then
So who would be the ones who will be answering your instrument?
the teachers, sir.
The teachers. Okay? So the teachers will be the respondents. How many respondents do you have?
Ideally, I was going to pick like 30 to 35.
You have to be definite, eh? That's called the population of the sample. So you have to identify that. And then
Okay.
how did you choose your sample based on the presentation earlier? Do you have a sampling
Um,
method?
yes, sir.
Yes. I heard it
It's
earlier in your
random,
presentation.
random sampling.
Random
Random,
sampling.
yes,
Okay.
sir.
And then the instrument that you're going to use is
It's a research-made questionnaire,
it's a
sir.
researcher-made questionnaire. So if it is a researcher-made instrument, do you need to validate that?
Yes, sir.
Yes. So
Yes,
do you
sir.
have a description of the validation?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Since this is just until chapter 3, I am not did you actually go through the actual validation, or you just narrated what would happen when you validate? Did you ask
I
someone to
just
validate?
narrated.
Huh?
I just narrated, sir.
Okay, that's okay. You can just narrate. Okay? What would you do when you validate your instrument? Another question. What is the purpose of validation? Why do you need to validate your instrument, your questionnaire? Why do you need an expert to look at your instrument?
To ensure that
Again, your signal is
good.
not that good. Can you repeat your answer? To ensure again. We were not able to get that. To ensure, oh, your signal is sayang. Okay, try it again without the video. Maybe it's your Okay, sige. Miss Aquino, validation is to ensure
That it will yield um, the desired result.
very good. That's the main purpose of the validation. So there are different forms and different types of validation. You have content validation, face value validation, but you should focus on the content validation that it will yield a very reliable result. Okay, so you also mentioned in your presentation, I think it was Miss Dionisio, that you are going to use a particular method in distributing the instrument. Miss Dionisio, can you discuss that? How would you distribute the instrument? What method are you going to use since we are not yet allowed to use face-to-face?
Sorry.
Yes.
We're going to use for the Google
Google what?
form.
Google
Google
Form.
Form.
Very good. So, were you able to create your Google Form instrument?
Yes, sir.
Yes, you already have one. Question, where did you get the questions from the instrument?
From the SOP.
Very good, from the SOP. So you form questions based from the SOP, and then you include that in your research instrument. So in this case, you use a questionnaire, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So, very good. Uh, Scope and limitation. What are the limitations of your study? By the way, before we go on to that, what did you use? Limitation or delimitation?
Limitation, sir.
Limitation. So what's the difference between the two?
Uh, the limita- uh, the limitation is created after the whole research is done, and the limitation is made from the beginning.
How about Miss Dionisio? What's the difference between limitation and delimitation? Limitation is what? Okay, I'm going to give you a choice. Okay, you listen ha. If I decide not to include this part of the research because of I don't have the sources anymore. If if it was my decision, is it limitation or delimitation? Based from the decision of the researcher.
The limitation, sir.
Louder again?
Delimitation.
That's correct. If the researcher decided not to include a particular part of your research because of justified reasons, may dahilan naman, wala na silang pera, wala nang oras, you call that and use the term delimitation. Limitation is what? It is the factors beyond the control of the researcher. So these are the parts of your research that cannot be controlled by the researcher, and you call that limitation. Oh, very good. Again, congratulations to the both of you. You were able to present a very, very good research proposal. I hope you can use this in your other subjects. This is you continue this because you still need to implement chapters 4 and chapter 5. And I can already announce to you that you were able to pass your research defense presentation. So I would like to congratulate the both of you. You really know the content of your presentation. Again, congratulations, and this is a recorded a recorded research defense. I'm already informing you. Naririnig niyo ba ako?
Yes po, sir.
And then this will be uploaded and included in our YouTube channel to guide students on how to present their research paper. Okay lang ba sa inyo? Sa inyong dalawa, Miss Aquino and Miss Dionisio, yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes po, sir.
Okay, para recorded yung sagot ninyo. So, I have your consent. So, maraming salamat dun sa consent na yon. Maraming makakakita sa inyo kung paano nyo present itong research ninyo, which is very good. So, don't worry. Kung ano man yung itsura ninyo during the presentation, it's supposed to be yung natural kung paano kayo nag-defend. So, congratulations. Do not leave the room. Just turn on your video. You can take down your presentation and we'll try to listen to the next presenter. Maraming salamat sa inyong dalawa.
Thank you po, sir.